All right, welcome back, everyone. We're diving into a story today that is, honestly, pretty mind-blowing.
Yeah, definitely a rags to riches story, but with a twist.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We're talking someone who went from, like, barely affording a bus ticket to living a life most of us only dream about.
Luxury villas,
Yeah.
Birkin bags, you name it.
And get this, they're donating thousands to charity. It's wild. There's a lot we can learn from this journey, for sure.
Absolutely. It's not just about the money, though. It's about how they maintain this generosity throughout their rise to the top. You don't see that very often.
Yeah, that's a great point. So let's rewind to the beginning. This person's childhood was rough, to say the least.
No kidding. No warm water, no heating mold everywhere, even cameras inside their house. Talk about a lack of privacy.
It's bleak, right? Makes you wonder how the hell they managed to escape that and build the life they have now.
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? And I think it all comes down to mindset. Even in that environment, they had this burning desire for something better, this refusal to accept their circumstances.
You hit the nail on the head. It's about mindset. But it wasn't just about dreaming big. They hustled hard. We're talking selling personal training packages at 15, flipping Instagram accounts for profit.
Seriously, who does that at 15? That's insane.
Right. It's like they had this innate entrepreneurial instinct, this knack for spotting opportunities that others missed.
I mean, flipping Instagram accounts requires some serious savviness. They had to understand algorithms, identify undervalued accounts, attract buyers. It's not as simple as it sounds.
Totally.
Yeah.
But it wasn't all about making money. Remember that story about buying their mom a house?
Oh, yeah, that was amazing. It shows that even while striving for success, they never forgot where they came from and the people who mattered most.
Exactly. It wasn't just about building a life for themselves. It was about lifting up their family and creating a better future for everyone. But here's the thing that really sets them apart, their commitment to self-improvement. We're talking reading a book a week since they were 14.
A book a week. That's crazy. And not just any books, right? We're talking serious nonfiction stuff, business self-development, the works.
You got it. It's like they were building a mental arsenal to take on the world.
That's a great way to put it. And it highlights a crucial point. Success isn't just about hustle. It's about constantly learning and evolving. They were investing in themselves, building their knowledge base, and expanding their skill set.
And they didn't stop there. They were also meditating, hitting the gym consistently. Basically all the things most teenagers wouldn't even consider. It shows a level of discipline and self-awareness that's pretty rare.
For real. It's like they had this innate understanding that success is a holistic thing. It's not just about one area of your life. It's about developing yourself mentally, physically, emotionally.
And that brings us to a key concept they kept emphasizing, extending the timeline. They weren't about that get-rich-quick mentality. They were playing the long game.
Right. They understood that real success takes time, consistent effort, and a willingness to delay gratification, which is tough in today's world of instant everything.
So true. We're bombarded with messages about overnight success. But this person understood that building something meaningful takes patience and perseverance. They were in it for the long haul.
And that long-term vision was evident in everything they did. They weren't just chasing trends. They were building systems, investing in their future, and creating a foundation for sustained success, which is something we can all learn from.
Absolutely. It's about having a vision and sticking to it even when things get tough.
So now that we've set the stage, let's fast forward a bit to the turning point, the rise of their agency. They went from personal training to building a multi-million-dollar marketing agency.
Right.
Talk about a glow-up.
Right. It's a serious jump. How the hell did that even happen?
Well, that's where their hustle and self-improvement really paid off. They had the skills, the knowledge, and the drive to make it happen. But it wasn't all smooth sailing. They started with literally nothing. No website, no fancy agency name, just pure grit and determination.
Wait, you're telling me they built a multi-million-dollar agency with no website? That's crazy.
It sounds insane, right? But they had this insane work ethic and this belief in their ability to deliver value.
So they were willing to grind, to take risks, and to prove themselves. I think there's a story about their first client too, right?
Yeah, they landed the deal for like 75 pounds a week, which even back then wasn't much. But they ended up getting paid 95 pounds because the client was so blown away by their work.
That's the power of exceeding expectations.
Right.
They weren't afraid to go above and beyond, even for a small fee, because they knew that building a reputation for excellence would pay off in the long run.
And it did. That client became a raving fan, spreading the word about their incredible work ethic and results. It's a classic example of how word-of-mouth marketing can be more powerful than any fancy ad campaign.
It's all about building trust and relationships, which they were clearly masters of.
And they weren't just relying on referrals, they were also masters of personal branding. They built a strong online presence, showcasing their expertise and personality, which attracted high-value clients and opened doors to amazing opportunities.
They were ahead of the curve in that sense.
No.
They understood that it's not just about what you do, but also about how you present yourself to the world. They were strategic about crafting their image and building a following that trusted and valued their insights.
And that takes consistent effort and authenticity. They weren't just trying to be someone. They're not. They were sharing their genuine experiences, insights, and even their struggles, which made them relatable and trustworthy.
Right? It's about being real, not just projecting some perfect image. People can spot a fake from a mile away.
Totally. And that authenticity was a key part of their appeal. They were vulnerable, they were open about their failures, and they were willing to share the lessons they learned along the way, which made them even more inspiring.
It's like they were saying, hey, I'm just a regular person who's figured some things out, and I'm here to share what I've learned. And that resonated with people.
It humanized them, making their success seem attainable for others. It wasn't just about luck or privilege. It was about hard work, perseverance, and a willingness to learn and grow.
And let's not forget their generosity. We've talked about the house for their mom, but they were constantly giving back in other ways too. Gifting luxury items to friends and team members, donating thousands to charity, even returning to their childhood bookstore to make a donation and express gratitude for the safe space it provided.
It's like they never forgot where they came from and the people and places that helped them along the way. That's pretty rare.
Yeah, it shows a deep sense of gratitude and a desire to pay it forward.
Mm.
It's like they were saying, I wouldn't be here without the support of others, and now it's my turn to give back.
And that's a beautiful message, isn't it? It's a reminder that success isn't just about personal gain. It's about making a positive impact on the world around us.
So we've covered a lot of ground here. Their tough childhoods, their early hustle, the rise of their agency, their commitment to self-improvement, their personal branding mastery, and their incredible generosity. It's a lot to process, right?
Yeah, we've barely scratched the surface. But I think it all boils down to a few key takeaways. The power of mindset, the importance of hard work and perseverance, the value of learning and adaptation, and the transformative potential of giving back.
Those are lessons that can apply to anyone, regardless of their background or aspirations. It's a reminder that we all have the power to create the life we want to make a difference and to leave a legacy that matters.
Absolutely. But there's more to this story. Their journey gets even more interesting as they venture beyond the agency and into new territory.
Oh yeah, things are about to get really wild.
Yeah.
Stay tuned for the next part of our deep dive.
So last time we were talking about how their agency just blew up, right? But this person, they didn't stop there.
Oh no, they were just getting started.
Exactly. Always looking for new challenges, ways to expand their empire.
Like a true entrepreneur, restless, never satisfied.
Exactly. Always got to be innovating, disrupting, creating something new and exciting. So what was next for them? Another agency.
Well, that's the thing. They took a pretty unexpected turn.
They did. They went into the world of software development.
Software. How did that even come about?
Well, remember how they were flipping Instagram accounts back in the day?
Yeah, that was pretty wild.
Right. So they saw a need for a tool that would help agencies manage their influencer marketing campaigns more effectively.
So they turned their early hustle into a full-blown software company. That's pretty damn impressive.
It is. And it shows how they could adapt to evolving trends. They saw an opportunity and they seized it, using their experience and expertise to create a solution that addressed a real need in the industry.
So what was this company called?
Agency Flow. It quickly gained traction, becoming a go-to platform for agencies looking to streamline their influencer marketing efforts.
That's a classic example of identifying a pain point and building a solution, right? It's not just about having a great idea. It's about understanding the market, validating the need, and building a product that people actually want and will pay for.
Exactly. And that's what they did so well. They didn't just build a product in a vacuum. They listened to their audience, understood their challenges, and created a tool that solved real problems for agencies. But there's more to this story.
And there's always more.
Always. Right before the company launched, they almost deleted all their social media accounts.
Wait, seriously? They were killing it on social media, building their personal brand, attracting clients.
Yeah.
And they almost wiped it all out. Why?
It's a great question. It turns out they were feeling overwhelmed by the constant pressure to maintain this online persona, and they were starting to doubt the value of social media.
That's so relatable, though. It's easy to get caught up in the hustle and the pressure to perform on social media, especially when it's such a big part of your business.
Absolutely. But here's where having a strong partner or mentor can make all the difference. Their co-founder, who had been urging them to leverage social media for years, stepped in and convinced them to stay the course.
Wow, talk about a
Oh.
turning point.
Right. They saw the bigger picture and understood the potential of their personal brand to drive the success of agency flow.
So they listened to their co-founder, stayed on social media, and used it to their advantage, leveraging their growing audience to promote agency flow and connect with potential customers.
Exactly. And it paid off big time. Their personal brand exploded in 2022, taking agency flow along for the ride.
That's amazing. So they had the agency, the software company, and they were crushing it on social media.
Okay.
What's next? Do they finally slow down?
Nope. Remember, they were all about diversifying income streams. They weren't content to just rely on one or two sources of income. They wanted to build a multifaceted empire.
Smart move. Playing the long game.
Exactly. They explored a range of avenues, from affiliate marketing to e-commerce to equity in other companies. They were constantly looking for ways to leverage their skills, knowledge, and network to create new income streams.
So they were making bank from the agency, but they weren't just sitting on it. They were putting it to work, building a diversified portfolio that would protect them from economic downturns and create opportunities for exponential growth.
Exactly. And this is where their understanding of extending the timeline really comes into play. They weren't just chasing short-term gains, they were making strategic investments that would compound over time, building wealth and security for the future.
So they were basically living proof that you don't have to choose between living a good life now and securing your future. You can do both.
Absolutely. Their story is a reminder that financial success is attainable for anyone who's willing to put in the work, learn the ropes, and play the long game.
It's about being proactive, making smart choices, and never settling for mediocrity. But it wasn't all about business and money, right?
Oh, no. They were also deeply committed to personal growth and development. Remember how they mentioned reading a book a week since they were 14?
Yeah, that always stuck with me.
Well, they didn't just stop there. They were constantly seeking new knowledge, expanding their horizons, and pushing themselves to become better versions of themselves.
Like a never-ending quest for self-improvement.
Exactly. They were voracious readers, diving into books on business, self-development, psychology, philosophy, anything that could help them understand the world better and enhance their abilities.
And they didn't just passively consume information. They were actively applying what they learned, experimenting with new techniques, and constantly refining their approach to life and business.
They embodied the concept of lifelong learning. They understood that the world is constantly changing and that to stay ahead of the curve, you need to constantly be learning, adapting, and evolving.
I remember them mentioning how they would spend their lunch breaks alone in school, reading and studying while everyone else was socializing.
It shows an incredible level of focus and dedication, especially at that age. They were willing to make sacrifices and prioritize their personal growth, knowing that it would pay off in the long run.
And it did. Their commitment to learning and self-improvement was evident in everything they did, from their business ventures to their personal relationships.
They were constantly seeking to expand their knowledge, refine their skills, and become more well-rounded individuals. And that's a powerful message for anyone listening, regardless of their age or stage in life. It's never too late to start learning to embrace personal growth and to strive for continuous improvement.
They were living proof that knowledge is power and that investing in yourself is the best investment you can make. But let's be real, their journey wasn't all sunshine and roses.
Definitely not. Remember when they mentioned that health scare in 2020?
Yeah.
That autoimmune condition that really knocked them down for a while?
Yeah, that must have been incredibly tough, especially with everything else they had going on.
It was. They were open about how challenging that period was, both physically and mentally. They had to step back from their businesses, reevaluate their priorities, and focus on their health and well-being.
It's a reminder that even the most successful people face setbacks, and that sometimes life throws you curveballs that you just can't control.
Absolutely. But what's inspiring is how they navigated that challenge. They didn't let it defeat them. They used it as an opportunity to learn to grow and to come back stronger.
They talked about the importance of resilience, of having a strong support system, and of listening to their body and taking care of themselves.
And they gave a lot of credit to their team for stepping up and keeping things running smoothly while they were recovering.
That's huge. It shows the importance of building a strong team and delegating effectively. You can't do everything yourself, and sometimes you need to rely on others to help you through tough times.
Exactly. And their experience with that health scare highlights the importance of balance. It's easy to get caught up in the hustle and grind, but it's crucial to prioritize your health and well-being, both for your own sake and for the sake of your business.
It's a lesson they learned the hard way, but they came out the other side even stronger and more resilient.
And their story is a reminder that setbacks are inevitable, but they don't have to define us. We can choose to learn from them, grow from them, and come back stronger than ever.
It's about having the right mindset, the right support system, and the willingness to adapt and persevere. So we've talked about their business ventures, their personal growth journey, and their resilience in the face of challenges. But there's one more aspect of their story that I think really sets them apart, their mindset.
Oh, absolutely. Their unique approach to achieving success is fascinating.
They had this whole philosophy about extending the timeline, embracing the long game, and not getting caught up in the allure of quick wins.
They understood that true success takes time, dedication, and consistent effort over years. They weren't focused on overnight success. They were building something sustainable, something with a lasting impact. And they weren't afraid to share their journey, both the highs and the lows. They were open about their struggles, their failures, and the lessons they learned along the way.
It's like they were saying, hey, this is what it really takes to succeed, the good, the bad, and the ugly.
Exactly. And that's what makes their story so compelling. It's real, it's relatable, and it's inspiring. So what can we learn from all of this? What are some actionable takeaways that we can apply to our own lives?
Well, I think the most important lesson is that success is a journey, not a destination. It's about setting clear goals, working hard, staying focused, and embracing the long-term perspective.
They stress the importance of extending the timeline, not getting caught up in the quick wins, and trusting that consistent effort over time will yield the desired results.
All right, so we've talked about their hustle, their insane success with the agency and the software company, and even their personal growth journey. It's honestly pretty mind-blowing how much they achieved in such a short amount of time.
It is remarkable. They managed to build so much at such a young age. They left school at 17, built a multi-million-dollar business, and were traveling the world. It sounds like something out of a movie.
It does, right?
Yeah.
But remember, they always emphasize that it wasn't an overnight success. They put in years of relentless effort, constantly learning, adapting, and hustling. They were reading a book a week, meditating, hitting the gym, basically building the foundation for their future success.
They were laying the groundwork without even realizing it at the time, like unconsciously preparing themselves for greatness.
And that's a powerful lesson, isn't it? We often focus on the end result, the fancy cars, the luxurious lifestyle, but we forget about the years of hard work and dedication that went into it.
They talked about those early days, grinding away, facing rejection, constantly pushing themselves outside their comfort zone. They were willing to do the things most people wouldn't, even when it was tough.
Even when they doubted themselves, they had this unwavering belief in their vision, this inner drive that kept them going.
They understood that success isn't a straight line. It's a journey filled with twists, turns, and unexpected challenges. But they were determined to keep moving toward their goals.
And they weren't afraid to fail. They saw it as a stepping stone to success. They embraced the lessons learned, refined their approach, and came back stronger.
They weren't afraid to ask for help either. Remember how they credited their team for supporting them through that health scare in 2020?
Yeah, that shows a lot of humility.
It does. They recognized that they couldn't do it all alone. And that's another key takeaway. Building a strong team and surrounding yourself with people who believe in you is so important.
Absolutely. This person's success wasn't just about their individual brilliance, it was also about the team they built and the relationships they cultivated. And speaking of relationships, let's talk about their generosity again. It's not every day you see someone achieving incredible financial success and then turning around and giving back in such a meaningful way.
It's truly inspiring. From gifting luxury items to friends and team members, to donating thousands to charity, to buying their mom a house and supporting their childhood bookstore, they use their success to make a positive impact on the lives of others.
They understood that true wealth isn't just about money. It's about making a difference in the world. Using your resources and influence to uplift others, to support causes you believe in, to create a ripple effect of positivity.
And their story reminds us that generosity doesn't have to be grand gestures. It's also about everyday acts of kindness that we can all choose to do. Offering a helping hand, a listening ear, a word of encouragement, those small acts can make a big difference.
So as we wrap up this deep dive, let's bring it back to our listeners. What are some key takeaways from this individual's journey that we can all apply to our own lives?
I think the most important message is that success is a process, not a destination. It's about setting clear goals, working hard, staying focused, and embracing the long-term perspective. They showed us the importance of extending the timeline, not getting caught up in those quick wins, and trusting that consistent effort over time will get you there.
They were relentless in their pursuit of self-improvement, constantly seeking knowledge, refining their skills, and adapting. They understood that learning is a lifelong thing, and that standing still is the enemy of progress. They weren't afraid to fail. They saw challenges as opportunities to grow, and they surrounded themselves with supportive people who believed in them. And maybe most importantly, they used their success to make the world a better place.
Their story is a powerful reminder that we all have the potential to achieve extraordinary things. It's a testament to hard work, dedication, and believing in yourself. And it's an inspiration to dream big, chase your passions, and never stop learning and growing.
So as we close out this deep dive, let me leave you with a final thought. What small step can you take today to move closer to your goals? Remember, even the most incredible journeys start with a single step. Thanks for joining us on the deep dive. We'll see you next time.